back to another Lippies of the Week video. This is the second installment of this, even though I've been doing this whole project since near the start of the year on my subreddit, r/lipbalm, in case anybody's interested in going back. But anyways, so first off, we are going to look at the progress made on the ones from last week. So we've got our EOS Sugar Plum here, and remember last week, it had the big old divot down in the middle of it? Well, I decided this week I was going to try and flatten the curve, since that seems to be a phrase that's on everybody's lips with the whole virus thing going on, and I did a pretty good job of that, actually. Just saying. I mean, there's still a little bit of a divot, but you guys saw, compared to last week, that's actually pretty good. But because of that, I put way more emphasis on this guy, on getting an actual, like, visible difference here than the other three. So, just saying, but I mean, there is definitely visible progress here. But I'm definitely going to be putting this one back in the caboodle for now. We will return to it another week to work on it some more. So then, there was the Ecolips Pumpkin Spice, which I showed you that didn't look like it had much of anything out of it before. And it still doesn't look like there's much out of it, but at least there's a little bit more that's out of it now. You can see near the top. It's all messy around the lid, though. Let's just clean that up. You can kind of... I didn't get as much done on this one as I'd have liked to, but you know I'm going to come back to it another week. It's not a big deal, but because it's a thinner lip balm, it takes a lot more work to get a visible difference, and I mean, I see a difference between how it was at the start of the week and now, but definitely could have been more. If I hadn't been trying so gung-ho on this guy, there probably would have been more on this one, but... Then there was the Blistex Maryberry, which this guy probably got the least use, let's be honest, but, compared to how it was looking before, definitely progress in this guy, compared to last week. So, I am going to count that as a win. Just saying. But again, like I said, these aren't ones that I'm project panning to use all the way down, all in one go. I am too ADD for that. I get bored if I try and do that, so I swap them up week by week. So for now, again, back in the caboodle with it. It'll come back out another week and we'll work on it some more. And then finally, this guy, the Hemp's Lips Ultra Moisturizing Herbal Lip Balm, just the original. I mean, there is definitely progress down in here. I mean, if I could get this to properly squeeze it down instead of rolling back up, there's more than it looks like. But again, I really wanted to use more of this before it goes bad or anything, because it is an older one now, but I was really gung-ho on this, so I'm actually going to keep this in this week's lineup. Just saying. So, the first one for the following week is a carryover from last week. Gonna work on this some more. This will probably be the one that'll be my heavy hitter this week to make up for last week. Then, I'm actually going to throw in the Crazy Rumors Mint Lemongrass, which, after trying that one to review it last week, it was killing me not going back to it all week because I was working on the Lippies of the week for last week, but I swore I would put it in this week's to make up for that. So, I am really, really excited to get to start using this one again. Put some on right now, actually. I've been looking forward to that way too much. Okay. A crumb of wax came off. Well, always charming when that happens, right? But, just so we can see where our starting point is here, hardly anything used, because the only time prior to now that it's been used was when I reviewed it, so we shall see by the end of the week how it's looking. Probably won't be anything crazy since it is another thinner one. They do take more working out to get to show up. Ooh, there's the tingles. Okay. So then, this one, I feel really bad that I always mix up the name if I don't have it in front of me, and I don't have it in front of me right now, so I'm going off of memory here. It also doesn't help that there's another one that essentially looks just like it and smells just like it. But this, I know this is the Moodstones version of it, so I think this is Aquamarine Mint by EOS. Could be wrong, I will double check that when I start doing the tags, but I think it's Aquamarine Mint. But our starting point here, not a whole ton out of it. There's a little crescent moon out of the top, and that's about it. It hasn't had a whole ton of use yet. Most of its usage actually came last October when we had that power out that lasted like 4 days, and this was my small luxury during that. So most of that divot came from that. So if that can come in that few of days, I'm sure I can put another visible dent on this week. And then finally, surprisingly probably for a lot of you, I am actually, yeah, I'm including this in the Lippies of the week. I'm going to include the EOS Happy Herb Smooth Stick in this week's, because even though initially it smells and tastes horrible when it goes on, it morphs into pineapple, and I like pineapple, so you know what? It's going in the list for this week. So we'll see what I do with it, and its starting point again, the only time I've used it so far was that initial review, so there is not much out of it yet. So we will see how it's looking by the end of the week. And this isn't a lippy, but I'm going to include it just because I showed the last one that was almost gone in the other video. It was the Body Shop Body Butter, the olive oil one. I did empty that one out, so now we're working on a bigger one. I'm working on my vanilla pumpkin, just as an aside. This isn't a weekly thing, this is just till it's gone. There is quite a bit in here to go, but I don't want it to spoil, and I've already had this a couple years, so it's like, okay, use up the older ones first, Jen. So that is a thing. So that's where we're at for the Lippies of the week for this week, plus what I'm using now to replace the empty for the body lotion. So, anywho's, that's it. So, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit the notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. What are you using this week? Just anything about anything, leave it all down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.